Diagonalize the logics for thinking. The diagonalized concentration puzzles will help everyone learn fractal geometry through linking numbers with structures and colors with the purpose that a logic is established as a formula for thinking. So what will this formula become for you? First, we must identify the nature of the logic that will run the system. So what is logic? A logic is a system for reasoning and for making inferences. An inference is a decision made with reason. Now see the illustrations that follow. Take a look at this red colored triangle. There's only one red triangle and one color. Here you only have one object and one color. If you were to develop any logic based on this singularity of choices, you know your logic will be very singular because it's single layered, which means your logic will not be expansive, and therefore your inferences will not serve any constructive purpose at all, and you will present no worthy arguments. Now take a look at the other illustrations. The illustrations you just saw are multi-numbered, multi-structured, and multi-colored. This is what comprises matrices. A matrix is where a potential begins its development and expansion. Suppose you had a single layered logical matrix. Would you think a potential that's embedded in it will have much room for growth, development, and expansion? Also, if you had a single layered logic, would you have the duality of numerators and denominators? Isn't it time for you to begin your journey into African Dogon fractal geometry and leave that single layer logic of sacred geometry and rituals behind? Yes, think about it. Alright, let's talk about multi-layered logic. And under that we have precedence, presence, and the progeny. This is the logic you must seek because it's numerated by either structures or colors and denominated by only numbers. See the choice you have for what to utilize as your numerator in any ratio. When you choose structures, you know you can enter the realm of structural multidimensionalism. I say that again in case you missed it. When you choose structures, you know you can enter the realm of structural multidimensionalism. And when you choose colors, you know you can enter into color, spectral, and hue definitions. Don't you think all of these definitions are bound to provide an additive exponential intelligence factor for you? Let me repeat that. And when you choose colors, you know you can enter into color, spectral, and hue definitions. Don't you think all of these definitions are bound to provide an additive exponential intelligence factor for you? Okay, so soon I will talk on how IF intelligence factor is far superior to IQ intelligence quotients. By the way, what's that IQ thing anyway? Anyway, let me get into colors and numbers. Numbers are used to count, and as you count, you become accountable. You count, you become accountable. Colors are used for emotional expressions, and as you emotionally express yourself, You discover the colors of your mind. With these definitions, we can surely write your thinking formula as follows. Thinking equals emotional expressions divided by accountability. That's your thinking formula based on the Dogonites puzzle game. Okay, so your thinking formula based on the Dogonites puzzle game is thinking equals emotional expressions divided by accountability. We have a special lecture on that formula as well. So where will this formula be stored? Now you have the formula. Where are you going to store it? Your formula will be stored within your DNA matrix, and it will become a functional part of your greatest potentials. This formula will shift you away from sacred geometry and rituals. The purpose. Okay, let's talk about the purpose now. The purpose of the Dogonite concentration puzzle games is to make your DNA matrix your creativity bank. Listen to that. The purpose of the Dogonite concentration puzzle games is to make your DNA matrix your creativity bank. This is the bank where you can easily walk and make a withdrawal of what you wish to express. But first, you must remember what's responsible for expressions. Isn't it colors? But there is one more hurdle that you need to overcome, and that is how to enter your creativity bank. Yeah, how do you open the door? To enter the bank, you must have the key to open the door, and the key is the code, and you know the code is in numbers, and that's for sure. Now you see the essence of your thinking formula, because you will always have colors and numbers to work with. So why music has been a course? See, since we are talking about the Dogonites puzzle game in reference to music, as the previous video did, let me just talk about this very quickly. Blacks have been forced to write music that curses their own mothers and sisters, which turned them into the same slave master who for centuries tortured their ancestors' souls and minds, and now they in turn are torturing the minds of innocent youth. And that's the reason why this game is meant for the music industry, to get those youth who sing those kinds of songs in hip-hop to move away from that rubbish. Alright, the solution. In essence, our Dogon thinking formula will always make everyone creative and secure in every undertaking, because it goes into fractal geometry. The Dogonite concentration puzzles will help everyone learn fractal geometry through the ease of numbers. Again and again, I'm Professor MOmOh. I look forward to your questions and your arguments about logic. Whatever you choose, Professor MOmOh is ready with response. No reaction, but response. Nama, Nama, Professor MOmOh. Dogon University of Thought.